Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing our NFL NFC Record Predictions. As I said in the previous video, this is my gameplay. It's just I didn't want to talk over this video in Share Factory, and this was the only way I knew how to get my Madden gameplay to me being able to record it on my computer. So, yeah. But if you haven't watched the AFC video already, I recommend you guys go check that out. And if you guys want to see me go react to my predictions from last year, check that out as well. But we are looking to start off on the right foot here and have a good year in the NFC. NFC did not do well this year. Spoiler. It did not go very good. So we're looking to do a little bit better. Sorry if I kind of, breeze past your favorite team. Don't really stay too long on there. We are trying to do this a little bit faster, and we will have videos coming out during this month and next month. My full take on every team. Sorry if your favorite team doesn't come out first. But word of the day is Beetle, and let's get into it. Starting with the NFC East. The best division in football last year in terms of the NFC. Maybe in terms of the NFL. But coming in fourth, we have the Washington Commanders. I am super excited for this team. They just got a new offensive coordinator, and I don't know his name, but they got a new offensive coordinator from the Chiefs, and I'm really excited for him to see what he can do. This is his first job where he gets to call the plays and, get to be the real offensive coordinator. They just got rid of their owner, so super excited for them without that terrible ownership in Dan Snyder. And I'm really excited to see what this team can do. Their new young quarterback, Sam Howell, I am really excited for him. I loved what I saw from him in preseason last year, and I think he can be really good, and especially in that game he played against the Cowboys. I know it was really meaningless, but he did really, really good. So I'm really excited for this team. The defense is still great. The offense around Sam Howell is absolutely amazing, and I am really excited for this team, but I do have them going 8-9. They have a lot of things to learn, but I'm still really excited for them. I think this team has the most to prove out of any team in the whole league, but 8-9 is where I have them coming in this year, but they do have a bright future. 2-4 in the division. I have them winning against the Cardinals, Eagles, Bears, Falcons, Giants, Dolphins, and the 49ers and the Cowboys. So, yeah, moving on with the team in third, we have the New York Giants. I have them coming in at 9-8 this year, 4-2 in the division. I know that's the same record as last year. Why are they not improving? Brian Daboll's now in his second year. He has a little bit more experience now. Daniel Jones is coming off of his great year. Now he's paid. Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. They added Darren Waller. They have a great offense. They have a good defense. Why do I not have them winning that many more games? They're in a tough division, and it's hard in your second year. Like your first year, you're inheriting the complete product from the last coach. Now you're kind of in the middle of building the way you want your team to be run and the way that it was previously run. So you're kind of in the middle. It's middle ground, but I do still have them making the playoffs and being the 7th seed, I do believe, is where they are placed at. I will check, but still really excited for this team. And yes, they are the 7th seed making the playoffs. But they just have a tough schedule and a tough division. It's going to be hard for them, but I still have them coming in at 9-8. And this team also has a very bright future. But I have them losing against the Cardinals, 49ers, Dolphins, Jets, Cowboys, Patriots, and the Saints, making the playoffs. Now coming in second, the tight race last year between the Cowboys and Eagles. Who do we have? Of course, the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott really is just not all that good, and now you have Mike McCarthy calling the plays. It's okay, but they're both just kind of mid. But now at least Mike McCarthy will be able to call his own plays, do his own thing, run his team the way he wants to run his team instead of the way that Kellen Moore was running it. And so I do think we will definitely see a difference, but Dak Prescott still throws way too many interceptions for the defense that he has. They have such a great defense, but Dak Prescott is not a quarterback to play with a good defense. He is a quarterback that should play for the Browns or something, or like the Raiders, because he's going to put the ball in harm's way, but he's going to win you some games doing that. But when you have such a good defense, you're going to put yourself in a lot more harm than you're saving yourself from. So I have them coming in at 10-7, 3-3 in the division, and losing against the Giants, Chargers, Eagles, Seahawks, Bills, Dolphins, and Commanders, and getting the 6th seed and making the playoffs ahead of the Giants. So I know it's not quite as good as the year of last year, but Mike McCarthy has not called plays in a while, so it's going to be interesting. Now, to win the division, obviously we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry for moving the mouse. I wanted to check how much time I've been using, but we have the Philadelphia Eagles. I have them coming in at 11-6, 2-4 the division. Now I know that's not as great as last year, but yet again, this team, really tough division, really tough schedule. They just went to the Super Bowl, so they have the target on their backs. Obviously, the Chiefs are worse, but they have the target on their back in the NFC. But Jalen Hurts is still working hard, okay? He's still going to be a good quarterback. He lost the Super Bowl last year, didn't get the MVP. This man is going to come back hungry to win something. And so I'm really excited for this Eagles team, and I do have them making the 2nd seed. I don't have them coming in first, but I am really excited for this team. It's just hard to go back-to-back. But I have them losing against the Jets, Commanders, 49ers, Cowboys, Giants, and Giants again. Moving on, we have... Oh, and by the way, they just lost both of their coordinators that made the Super Bowl, so it's going to be hard for them, losing both of your Super Bowl coaches. It's tough, but 11-6 is not bad. Moving on, we have the NFC West coming in 4th. Yeah, another tough division. We have the Arizona Cardinals. I think y'all can see this coming. Kyler Murray is hurt. He got paid, so they don't have a lot of cap space. They're losing DeAndre Hopkins. The defense is absolutely terrible. I absolutely do not like their coach. I think hiring a defensive coach to work with Kyler Murray is a terrible solution for what happened with Cliff Kingsbury, and he just wasn't really that good at Philadelphia. I did not like how their defense was run in Philadelphia. I think some different things could have happened, and maybe they win that Super Bowl, and don't give up 38 points. So I really do not like this team. I have them coming in at 2-15 and being the worst team in the league. I think they'll get the number 1 overall pick, and I have no idea what they're going to do with it. But 1-5 in the division, just terrible defense, terrible offense, and Kyler Murray's not even that good when he is on the field. So I have them winning against the Giants and the Seahawks. So, yeah. Next up, coming in 3rd, we have the Los Angeles Rams coming in at 8-9, 5-1 in the division. Now, you might be saying, 5-1 in the division, why? I don't know, but I wanted them to get some wins somehow, so don't worry about it. But 8-9, a lot better than last year. I don't think they'll have quite as many injuries. They have a very young defense, and Sean McVay is still a really good coach. Matthew Stafford's still a pretty good quarterback. Cooper Kupp, obviously, still an amazing receiver. I forgot who the tight end was, but he did really good last year in certain games. And, this offense looked really good, even when Baker Mayfield was running it. So, I definitely think they can be better. Injuries just really, really did hold them back last year. But they are getting older, so I can't really have them making the playoffs or making a big push. So, I do have them coming in at 8-9 and winning against the 49ers, Colts, Cardinals, Seahawks, Cardinals, Commanders, and the 49ers. Now, coming in 2nd, we have Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. Now, a lot of people are saying that Geno Smith, there's no way he replicates this year. There's no way he does, or last year. There's no way he does quite as good. He was threw for over 4,000 yards, has like a 70% completion percentage. There's no way he does all that again. Why not? He has a better running back room. He has Zach Charbonnet. He has Kenneth Walker. He has a new wide receiver in Jackson Smith-Njigba. That offensive line just got a little bit older, so they're a little bit better. Their defense is just as good. Added Bobby Wagner. Why would he not be just as good? You're saying he can't consistently do that. You realize he threw for 70% completion percentage. That means he's consistent. It's not like he threw for 50% and had 50 touchdowns. He threw for 70% and had 4,000 yards. That is literally what consistent means. Okay? So I think he can definitely replicate that with more weapons and a better offense and Pete Carroll And now he has the job. He has the job. He gets his first team reps this year. Last year, he was in a quarterback battle. So he's going to be much better this year. And I'm really excited for them. But I do have them losing to the Lions, Giants, Commanders, Rams, 49ers again, and the Eagles. And making the 5th seed at 10-7. Now, finally, we have the San Francisco 49ers. And I have them coming in at also 11-6, 4-2 in the division. And I'm really excited for this team. I do think they'll get started out a little bit slowly. It's going to be a little bit hard with Brock Purdy. You know, he's going to be just coming back in that week 1 of the season, okay? So he's going to be a little bit hurt, a little bit banged up. You know, he hasn't played football in a little bit. He hasn't been throwing all that much. So it's going to take them a little bit to get started. I think they do have a slow start, but eventually everything's just going to get clicking. And yeah, I mean, this team is going to be much better than last year. I mean, we heard what Deebo Samuel said. He absolutely hated how they played last year. He said he never put that on film again. So I'm excited to see what he can do this year after having a pretty good year last year. And Brandon Ayuk is an 1,000-yard receiver, and he's the second guy. He's the second target. And then you have Christian McCaffrey. You have that amazing defense. You have Kyle Shanahan. This is going to be a really good team, and I have them being the 1 seed and getting that bye week. And that's going to be really good for a team that has a lot of injuries to get that bye week. So I have them losing against the Steelers, Rams, Vikings, Commanders, and Rams. I hope that was 6. I'm not sure. But moving on, we have the NFC North. Obviously, we had to save the NFC South for last. Favorite team is the Falcons, so we had to save it till the end. But we have the NFC North. So coming in last, this is going to shock a few people with what I have to say about this team. We have the Chicago Bears. No, the Chicago Bears are not winning the Super Bowl. No, Justin Fields is not winning MVP just because he added DJ Moore. This team is still absolutely dog water. Now, yes, they have a really good receiving core. They have Velus Jones Jr. They have, Velus Jones, I think that's his name. I'm not sure. But they have him. They have Darnell Mooney. They have DJ Moore. Oh my gosh, they're insane. They have Khalil Herbert at running back, okay? He's not the greatest. He's a good running back. He didn't do bad last year, but okay, their offensive line is still not that good. They still have a young coach. They still have a young quarterback. Justin Fields really hasn't shown me all that much other than that he can run. They won 3 games last year. Guys, their defense is terrible, okay? So I still don't see them making that much progress, but I am excited to see what Justin Fields can do with this new receiver, but he's not Patrick Mahomes. Okay, let's not get on that. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Joe Burrow. Okay, he's not going to make that kind of improvement and do all that in this year. This could be my worst take of the season, but I highly doubt it. So 5-12, 1-5 in the division, and I have them winning against the Buccaneers, Raiders, Saints, Lions, and the Cardinals. Now, coming up, we have the number 2 team, and it is a tiebreaker. I'll be honest. We have the Minnesota Vikings, and I am sorry to say this. I really did want them to, do good. But I have them coming in at 9-8, missing the playoffs, and being 3-3 in the division. I'm very sorry, Vikings fans. You guys have a really good team, a really good defense, but I'm looking at your schedule, and after what happened last year, you guys went 11-0 in one-score games. Law of averages says that isn't going to work out this year. They are a very clutch team. You have TJ Hawkinson for a full offseason. You have a really good coach in Kevin O'Connell. You have a better defense. You added Danielle Hunter. I don't think that's going to be as big of a pickup as people think, but you're losing Dalvin Cook. You have Alexander Madison, I believe, who's not a bad running back, but just after the year you had last year, it's not going to happen again. You did add Jordan Addison, so I am really excited for this team, but it's a tough schedule in a better NFC. So I'm sorry, Vikings fans. You guys could definitely win maybe 12 games, but I don't have it down right here. So I do have them missing the playoffs and losing to the Eagles, Chargers, Chiefs, Packers, Broncos, Bengals, Lions, and the Lions. So yeah. Now, coming in second, we have the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, obviously they're going 9-8, by the way, and 4-2 in the division. Do I have them making the playoffs? No, I do not. I think one game away. There's a bunch of teams that are 9-8 in this conference. There are 5 teams. I have 5 teams that are 9-8 in this conference. They do not win the tiebreaker. They come second in the tiebreaker, and the Giants won it, and obviously they made the playoffs. So I do have them coming in at 9-8 and missing the playoffs. But you cannot be mad at this. You have a new quarterback in Jordan Love. Okay, it's gonna take him a little bit. You know, he hasn't really played. He's been in the NFL for 3 years, 4 years. You know, he hasn't really played. It's been a while since he has played consistent football. So you're not going to win 11 games in your first year, but you still have a good defense. You still have gosh dang it, Alexander. You have the Alexander guy at cornerback, all right? He's a good corner. You got a good defense, or a pretty good defense. You have a great offensive line that's really going to help out Jordan Love. How much time we got? That's really going to help out Jordan Love. You got a really good running game with A.J. Dillon, and they have another guy. I can't think of his name, but really good running game, really good young receiving core. I just don't have them making the playoffs. They didn't do it with Aaron Rodgers. I think the team chemistry will be much better. I think this team will be much happier with Jordan Love, but he's a little bit younger, okay? It's going to take him a little bit. It's going to take the team a little bit, but I am really excited for their future, and obviously they have a great coach. So 9-8, I do not consider that a failure for the Packers. I would be really happy if I was the Packers to come in at 9-8. That's better than last year. That's an improvement from Aaron Rodgers and all the picks that you got in that trade. But I do have them losing against the Raiders, Steelers, Chargers, Lions, Chiefs, Giants, Panthers, Vikings. I hope I named all the teams. But, yeah. Moving on, we have the team coming in first. And it's the Detroit Lions, baby. Finally, they are coming in first. They are winning the division. They are making the playoffs. I have them being the 4 seed, which, you know, isn't amazing, but it's still good. You're still winning your division. It's a great year. Dan Campbell, job secured, obviously. Jared Goff, proven himself. You got all these great receivers, all these young receivers. Now, Jameson Williams will be, you know, obviously suspended. You got your new running back and Jahmyr Gibbs. That's an absolutely amazing fit. I know a lot of people are saying that the Lions reached in the draft. Of course they reached, but they got the guys that they needed. Okay, maybe they could have traded back. Maybe they could have got those players later on, but they still got the players on their roster that they wanted. That's all you need to do. I really do like the fits for this team. The defense still isn't great, but you drafted Jack Campbell, I believe is his name. You still have Aiden Hutchinson. I wanted to call him Adrian. But you're getting better. You're improving. Your offense is still going to be absolutely insane. The wide receivers are getting a little bit older, a little bit smarter. You know, they've been young. They still are young. But this offense is going to be absolutely explosive. A really good O-line, really good coaching. I'm so excited for this team. And I have them being the 4 seed and losing to... Let me find it. I can't find... Okay. Losing to the Packers, Panthers, Buccaneers, Ravens, Saints, Bears, and the Cowboys. So, yeah. Go Lions. Now, finally, we have the NFC South. Coming in last, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not going to be the Falcons this year, baby. I'm so hyped. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look, if you guys go back and look at the videos on my channel, I have been a Baker Mayfield believer all of my life. All of my life. But I just can't do it anymore, okay? He's been to teams. He's been on 3 or 4 different teams, and he's good. But gosh dang it, we saw what happened with Tom Brady. This team is good. This is a good roster. This is exactly how I feel about the Colts. This is a good roster. I just don't know what happened last year. They ended up going 8-9. I don't know if I can have them being any better than that with Baker Mayfield. But they still have a really good receiving core. Still have a really good offensive line. Still have a really good defense, in my opinion. But I can't do it. So I have them coming in at 3-14. And yeah, I'm sorry, but 3-14, 0-6 in the division, and winning against the Lions, Titans, Jaguars. Now, this team can definitely win 7 or 8 games. I would love to see that. I absolutely love Baker Mayfield. I don't know why, but I just love him. So I'd like to see him win, but, I don't know. Now, coming in second, we have a tie, and it goes to the Carolina Panthers. Or, coming in third, my bad. We have the Carolina Panthers coming in third. So that means the Falcons are in second. Let's go. Or first. It could be in first, but not first, guys. Let me just go ahead and tell you. But we have the Carolina Panthers. How much time do we got? I got 3 minutes to do all this. All right, so the Carolina Panthers, really excited for Bryce Young. I think he's going to be really good, but it is going to take him a little bit to, get into the NFL. I think he's a great player. He can definitely get prepared and all of that, but he does need to bulk up. He does need to get to that intensity. He's great at handling pressure, so as a rookie quarterback, the blitz is coming at him. He's not going to care about that. He got pressured all the time in Alabama. Look at the Tennessee game. He was getting hit every other play. He was still dropping dimes and touchdowns. So I have no concerns about that. The front seven for the Panthers is really good. Then you got J.C. Horn in the secondary. Really excited for this team. Frank Reich is a good coach. I'm not sure why he got fired. But 9-8 for the Carolina Panthers I have, not making the playoffs. 3-3 in the division, and losing to the Falcons, Saints, Seahawks, Vikings, Dolphins, Cowboys, Titans, and the Saints. Really do love Miles Sanders. Really do love Adam Thielen. But you have a rookie quarterback. You have a new coach. Give it a little bit. Now, coming in second, we have the Atlanta Falcons, baby. This is the year that we missed the playoffs. But we still have a winning record, and I am not upset about that whatsoever. I still really love our coach. I still really love our future. I love Desmond Ridder. I'm really excited to see what he can do this year now with the full offense and everything. Drake London's going to get even better. Had a little bit of injuries last year, but he's going to be even better. Kyle Pitts is now going to get the ball this year since Marcus Mariota didn't want to throw it to him. We now have Tyler Algier, and Bijan Robinson, elite running back duo. And then you have Cordero Patterson. This team is ready to do their thing. Our coach gives us an identity, and our defense is absolutely studded out. Our secondary is insane. Troy Anderson can run with anybody at the linebacker unit. We're going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit hard to get sacks. We got Calais Campbell and, Grady Jarrett, but, really not that much. But we're still going to be really good. Our secondary is absolutely insane now that we added Jesse Bates, and I'm really excited for this Atlanta Falcons team, and I have them coming in at 9-8, 4-2 in the division, and missing the playoffs, losing to the Packers, Lions, Jaguars, Commanders, Vikings, Jets, and the Panthers, and the Saints. So, yeah. Now, coming in first, we obviously have the New Orleans Saints, who just got their new quarterback in Derek Carr. Really excited for this. Derek Carr is finally going to have a good defense behind him to help him out. He has a good offensive line. I don't know, actually. I really don't look at their offensive line, but it's got to be better than the Raiders. You have Alvin Kamara back there. So Alvin Kamara is good. You have a good young receiver and Chris Olave. Derek Carr has been struggling with a team with terrible culture, just absolutely just terrible. By the way, that should have been a catch. I don't know what happened. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, you guys can't see that yet. This is the last team, but we're going to pause, and then we'll go to it. But I'm really excited for this team. Derek Carr finally has his opportunity, and I do have them making the playoffs and being the third seed. I don't necessarily love their coach, but I do love their team, and I do love Derek Carr, who can finally prove himself. He's getting close to retirement. He's got to make a name for himself now. But yeah, that is my take on the NFC. Videos will be coming out about your personal favorite team, so go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, let's look at the standings one last time, and we'll be done. So we have the 49ers coming in first, getting the bye week. We have the Eagles coming in at second, Saints coming in at third, fourth, Lions. Those are all division winners. Then we have the Seahawks, Cowboys, and Giants wildcard teams, and then we have all the teams that did not make the playoffs. Commanders and Buccaneers had such long names, I had to put them at the bottom. Cardinals are by themselves because they came in last. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Word of the day is Beetle, and I will see you guys next time. I hope me reacting is, having a good time right now, because it probably didn't go too well, but see y'all.